Hello everyone. Welcome on my channel. For this new video, I propose you the discovery of the prologue of a rather promising game. Beer Factory. This one is available for free on Steam since March 13, 2023, with so far, 781 positive reviews against 101 negative reviews. The release of the game in its full version is normally scheduled for the second quarter of this year, but we do not know more. It is developed by Akel, and published by Creative Forge Games, and Playway SA. It is available in 14 languages, including English. Beer Factory is a business simulation and management game. You have just bought a beer brewing factory, and you must restore it to its former glory. You have to rebuild the production lines, manage the employees, and start up various contracts for importing and exporting goods, in order to generate profits, which you will then reinvest in expanding your factory. You must also deal with an undesirable person named Francis. He was squatting in the factory before you came, and will be a nuisance until you get rid of him.
With the budget we had, we were able to buy this old factory. Before we start working on it seriously, we will have to put the electricity back on, clean the factory, and do some renovations. The previous owner left a machine in the condemned part of the factory. Maybe we could restore it. While waiting for you to clean up the factory, I'm going to look for some subsidies. Before I leave you, I heard that the factory was squatted, but it may be just a rumor.
After the short welcome message telling you what to do at the beginning of the game, enter the building. The first objective is to prepare you a coffee, in order to start the restoration of your new factory in the best conditions. The second objective is to restore power to the brewery. Find the missing circuit breaker and install it in the electrical panel.
Hey, I'm the real owner of this place. Get out of my house!
You then discover the current occupant of the place. Francis. He is a more or less annoying squatter, and you will have to get rid of him. To do this, throw objects at him to make him run away.
Take my stuff! Take my stuff! Okay, I got it. I'm leaving.
You can now take care of removing the garbage, scattered everywhere. Cleaning up your factory will sometimes provide you with substantial cash flow. The garbage bags that you have filled are to be disposed of in the dumpster. Each garbage bag collected gives you experience points, necessary for your evolution. The next task is to buy a cleaning mop, to thoroughly clean the floor of your factory. Use the controls to remove all the dirt. Every spot you remove gives you experience. The next objective will ask you to find the missing forks on the forklift. Assemble them when you have found them using the controls. Once done, the forklift is unlocked and ready for use. When you have enough reputation points, the workbench will be unlocked. Buy it, and equip yourself with the toolbox, to start building the storage shelves. Start by fixing the legs of the shelves to the floor, screwing all the bolts tightly with the open-end wrench. When all the bolts are secured, take the vertical posts, and arrange them as shown, using the different controls. Then find the different trays, and arrange them in the right way. Your first storage space is ready. Now it's time to get down to business. Buy the first extension of your factory, the machine room. Also buy a destemmer, so you can start refining grain. From this moment on, you can accept your first contract, using the computer. This contract consists of refining 30 bags of raw malt. Order a first pallet of unrefined grain. As soon as the delivery truck arrives, open the back doors and unload it with the forklift. Then take your bags of unrefined grain to the destemmer for processing. Then place the bags on the loading belt. Then operate the lever to have the grain refined. The bags containing the refined grain will now exit the destemmer. You can now collect them and pile them on the empty pallet. Then take the forklift. Load the pallet with the refined grains into the truck waiting outside your factory to ship the goods, and repeat the process until the contract is fully completed.
And bang!
You can also hire staff to perform certain tasks, such as loading bags of grain into the destemmer. In the interface, give the orders to your employee, and he will execute them by going directly to his post. But if you forget to pay him regularly, he will stop working and go on strike. Payroll is done on your personal computer. The shipment of your last sacks of refined grains ends this prologue. This is only the beginning of a great adventure. Indeed, the final version of the game will allow you to expand your production facilities and create new ones, in order to eventually produce your own beer, which you can also export to generate new profits. You'll have to manage new expenses, which you'll have to negotiate as well as possible so that your company does as well as possible. This prologue is a good surprise. The graphics are not extraordinary, but are more than acceptable. There are a few clumsinesses here and there, such as texture collisions, or the controls of the forklift which are not precise enough, resulting in a rather approximate driving. Personally, what annoyed me was the squatter, half illusionist, half ninja. I find that it doesn't bring anything to the game, and that this Francis comes back too often to bother us, and at times that are not necessarily appropriate. Then, I found some bugs like some orders that do not work for the employee. We can also say that this prologue is a bit short, and that it only shows the minimal gameplay and the very beginning of the game. We would have liked to see a bit more. We'll have to see what the game will offer in its entirety, and how far the developers will go in the real management of the company, in order to diversify the gameplay as much as possible, and that the game is not too repetitive and boring. Well, here it is. I hope you enjoyed this video. Tell me what you think in the comments. Don't forget to click on the thumbs up if you like the video, and on the bell to follow the next ones to come, and to subscribe. It's free, and it helps the channel a lot. See you soon, and take good care of yourself.